Yo, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Zen Lounge. Hopefully, you guys have been enjoying the daily uploads here at the Zen Lounge. We've been putting out some epic content every single day, so make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, support the Zen Lounge. Today, we have another epic episode. Last video was about the Sologenic Asset Tokenization Gateway. Today, I don't know when this happened, but I noticed something. So if we go to the official Sologenic account, they're actually now advertising the gateway. I'm not sure when this happened. Maybe I missed it. But if you go to the Sologenic Twitter account, I think they updated the bio even. It says traditional finance meets the blockchain. Issue, trade, and manage your digital assets on decentralized platform. And right here it says your gateway to tokenization. I have not seen this yet. This looks new, and if you zoom in, it says stocks, ETFs, commodities, CDFs, which are derivatives, and FX, foreign exchange. And Sologenic is providing the gateway to tokenization, digital assets, real world value. So this looks new. Could they be prepping for a big announcement of the Sologenic Asset Tokenization Gateway version 2.0 that also uses Quorum smart token technology? Remember that term. Smart token technology is basically uh, a term that the Quorum team developed, I believe. The first time I heard that term was from Quorum. That's their signature technology, smart tokens. Remember that. We're going to talk about that in this video. So, yeah, that had changed. That's some new information, I believe. And we had just talked about the asset tokenization gateway in my last video. Make sure to watch the last video. So it looks like something's cooking up for Sologenic. Um, and also in this video, we're going to talk about something that makes Solotex very, very special. This is going to be basically a stream of me going through some of the research that I was doing today. Also, shout out to Manuel again in the Zen Lounge Telegram. Make sure to join the Telegram in the link in the comment section. We're researching this stuff basically 24/7, and Manuel has been leading the research, in my opinion, with the DTCC relationship. So let's show you guys something. So these stocks aren't just any tokenized stocks. These are the real deal. So the underlying securities, this is the Solotex disclosure. The underlying securities will remain under the custody of Texture Capital's clearing firm and ultimately at the DTCC. So Texture Capital has a relationship with the DTCC, and many other digital tokenization firms do not have that relationship with the DTCC, according to the research that we've been doing and uncovering. And this relationship gives Sologenic Coreum the competitive edge. So if we look at this post right here, majority of these platforms do not custody their tokenized stocks with the DTCC. This is unique to Texture Capital and Solotex. And I was doing research. This is one of the secret sauces. So Solotex allows users to hold tokenized representations of U.S. stocks in their digital wallets. However, the actual securities remain in custody at DTCC via Texas Capital's clearing firm. That means Solotex tokenized stocks are not some loosely backed crypto gimmick. They're underpinned by the actual regulated securities ecosystem. And I was doing some research here. Solotech's relationship with the DTCC isn't just a nice partnership, it's the foundation of its competitive edge. It allows Solotech to present legitimate token-based asset access within secure, compliant, institutional grade framework. That's what separates it from token first, compliance, optional platform. It blends decentralization with full backing of traditional finance, largest post-trade system. So this isn't some gimmick. These are the real deal. So users hold tokens while DTCC holds the real deal. Security, transparency, regulatory compliance, because the DTC has back custody. It allows for institutional trust. And basically, it's smart infrastructure. It lowers the cost, raises settlement speed, and increase liquidity for the institutions. So this is like the competitive edge that many other brokers do not have. So this is some really big information that we were posting. And remember, I'm gonna play this video 'cause we talked about this over a year ago when DTCC shouted out smart tokens, and we're just speculating, and now it seems something bigger was at play. So let me open this up. So this lady, Nadine Shakar, is part of the DTCC, and she mentioned smart tokens. So we weren't speculating. We were on to something. We're very, very smart here at Sologenic Coreum community. We were right all along. So let me play this video.
We're building an infrastructure that is interoperable, which will allow these tokens to move on different networks. And it does require that it starts with compliance as the underlying principle and build up from there. So we do believe it will become a network of blockchains. It's not one blockchain that will rule them all. There is technology today that allows us to incorporate compliance and rules and make a token a smart token. That allows us to actually ensure that a lot of the compliance, AML, KYC sanctions, compliance and rules and make a token a smart token, compliance and rules and make a token a smart token, compliance and rules and make a token a smart token.
So the DTCC was basically talking about smart tokens over a year ago, which led us to this conclusion. When this lady said we have technology now that can create smart tokens, she was referring to Corium. Texture Capital probably already had this deal set up a year ago with Sologenic, and she knew the partnership had an approved SEC regulated digital broker dealer license behind it. Hence, all these articles saying Texture Capital is the only DTCC approved custodial regulated by the SEC FINRA. Solotex is the real deal. So they are talking about smart tokens. If we were to go pull up the Corium official website, you would see smart tokens is their signature. Where is it? Smart tokens. The next generation of blockchain-based assets supercharged with contracts. Smart tokens have compliance embedded into it. Um, yeah, so seems like the DTCC, Texture Capital, everything is starting to connect. Years of research is coming together. The DTC stands for the Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation. Value. So this is where like all the money is. Transactions valued up to 2.5 quadrillion and just like massive. So this is like all the money when you think about it. So the DTCC has a relationship with Solotex. That is the competitive advantage. Um, I also asked some questions here. Um, yeah, Solotex integration is with DTCC through the partnership. Texture Capital is indeed a significant strategic advantage. So DTC handles custody and settlement for virtually all U.S. securities. By placing tokenized stocks under DTCC custody via Texture Capital, Solotex aligns with established regulatory and operational norms, instantly boosting credibility. Um, so many tokenized asset platforms operate without traditional custody, making them susceptible to legal settlement and liquidity risk. Solotex DTCC-backed custody lowers these risks, offering a compliant and robust solution appealing for both retail and institutional users. So this gives the bottom line is yes, leveraging DTCC gives Solotex a real structural advantage versus many competitors for the emerging tokenized asset space. So that is something that you guys need to be aware of. I also have some things I wanted to show you guys because I still had this a slideshow, and I thought it was interesting. Why hasn't Apex released the Solotex information yet? No, why hasn't Apex released Fabio's talk with Fabio was speaking at Apex the other week in Singapore, and he did a talk about XRPL, Corium. and basically Solotex, and they never released this talk yet. And there's some important information in here that I went through here again. I didn't notice this the first time. So where does Ripple come in? Because Ripple has a product called RLUSD, right? So Ripple has a product called RLUSD. So what's the incentive for Ripple to want to get involved with Solitex? I didn't notice this because the first time I read about it, it was USDC. In this, you can see it says access tokenized stocks. So this right here would give huge use cases to Ripple's product RLUSD to access tokenized stocks with the RLUSD token. So RLUSD is going to be approved to access the Solitex, and you could skip the bank, and you could basically cash out an XRP into RLUSD and access Solotech's platform. Haven't seen this news release anywhere else. Hopefully Fabio doesn't get in trouble for leaving me the slideshow, but he talked in front of Apex. This was his presentation, so I'm sure it's fine. And something else I'd completely ignored is there's going to be something else coming to Sologenic called the Sologenic router. The Sologenic router, this looks pretty dope. So a cross-chain router for all XRPL tokens using the XRPL Pathfinder and also IBC. So bridges, one path, rigid logic. It says Sologenic. This is for enabling high value swaps from XRPL assets into DeFi native environments. So what would those assets be? Solo if it's on the XRPL, in my opinion. XRP, RLUSD. So those are XRPL tokens. Those are examples of RLU of XRPL tokens that are very big, have a lot of liquidity. So this is going to enable high value swaps from XRPL assets into DeFi native environments. The Sologenic router, dynamic parallelized path optimize, abstracts away multi-chain complexity with one unified interface. Uses DEXs, AMAs, IBC, and proprietary bridges under the hood. So they have some secret sauce for this Sologenic router. Predicts output, fees, and slippage, executes the best route automatically, enables high value swaps from XRPL assets into DeFi native environments, which would be Solotex. So you'd be able to, use this router, this Pathfinder to go from RLUSD or XRP or Solo directly into the Solotex app would be an example of how this could be used. So that's something in this that we didn't talk about in the conversation with Fabio that I found. So there's definitely, I believe, going to be some connection with Ripple wanting to plug into this Solotex platform. So you can access tokenized stocks also with RLUSD. You heard it here first, baby. So let's go. And also, I want to bring up some speculation for one of the validators I was talking with on Coreum, Byte Stake. Let me actually pull up his official validator so I make sure I get it correctly. Yeah, so Byte Stake. So we do know that there is going to be a big push, and they want to attract 300,000 users to come to Solotex. And he was speculating, and this is purely speculation right now. He was like, what could cause excitement? And there is, potential airdrops in the pipeline. We heard about a Quorum airdrop going to Sologenic holders. Um, that was supposed to happen. I don't know if that's still in the pipeline, but that could possibly come when Solotex goes live to incentivize people to get involved into the project, get involved into Solotex. Who knows about that? But I'll just say that and let you guys ponder, but who knows? We'll see. But I think there's so much to be excited about, even if like beyond the airdrop. So this is my research into the DTCC connection to Solotex. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode today. That's all I got. I'll be back tomorrow and let's keep going with the research. This is Almost go time. It's about to go live. So we're going to be doing these videos every single night. Peace out, everybody.